The Green Bay Packers have decided to take the risk on former Oregon tight end Colt Lyerla. I'm Jim Baskell with the latest ESPN headlines. We are joined on the phone by Rob Demovsky, who covers the Packers for ESPN.com. And Rob, teams are always talking about trying to get high-character players on their squads. Yet Lyerla is a player that doesn't exactly meet that list. He's a player that had several off-field issues at Oregon, most recently cocaine possession, tried to flee police. So what went into GM Ted Thompson's decision to make this move?
Well, a couple of things, Jim. One, his talent is off the charts. At the Combine, he tested incredibly well, running a 4.61 40, which was basically the same time that Eric Ebron, the 10th overall pick in the draft, ran as a tight end. And his vertical jump at 39 inches was 4 inches better than the next best vertical. So his talent's there, and he produced on the field at Oregon. And Ted Thompson, one thing about him, he may be conservative in his ways in many aspects of his general managership of the Packers, but he is willing to give guys second chances. He's done it before with Corin Robinson, with Johnny Jolly. And if they believe that a guy has turned himself around, they will give him that chance to prove it.
Did they make any special stipulations in the contract with the Lyerla?
We haven't seen the contract yet, but my guess is that it's just a standard undrafted rookie deal, and those contain no guaranteed money, no signing bonuses. So financially, there's nothing at risk for them, and it would be, if he makes the team, it would be a minimum salary thing. All contracts contain language to keep a player in line, or at least attempt to, and he'll be subject to the NFL discipline policy just like any other player would be if he runs afoul again.
So that's the second young tight end. They did draft Cal's Richard Rodgers, so they have two young tight ends in the mix there. We know Jermichael Finley is still trying to work his way back from that neck surgery. Where does that leave them currently with regards to Finley?
Well, it gives them insurance in case Finley is not going to be medically cleared, which he has not been yet. The Packers are still in touch with his people and their doctors, and they're hoping that Finley, A, can get cleared, and then B, if he does, they still would have to work out a contract. So there's a couple of hurdles there to get over, both of which could be difficult. Even if he's cleared, does not mean that he and the Packers will agree on his value, and he could be signed. He's a free agent. He can be signed by anybody at that point. So it protects the Packers, gives them a couple of young prospects to work with. They also, in free agency this year, re-signed Andrew Quarles, who had filled in for Finley after Finley's neck injury last year.
Rob Demovsky covers the Green Bay Packers for ESPN.com. Rob, thanks for the insight.
Thanks, Jim.
Lyerla was one of three free agents to sign with the Packers on Monday. You can read more about this story right here on ESPN.com. With the latest ESPN headlines, I'm Jim Baskell.